What's going on, Goonercast? This is today's video and a quick look at Martin Odegaard's story and his path from a world-famous wonderkid to becoming Arteta's perfect Arsenal player. His Bergkamp-like brilliance against Porto and the recent role change that got Arsenal's title charge back on track. First, the Bergkamp-like brilliance against Porto. It's the Champions League round of 16. We're 1-0 down, no shots on target in the first leg and struggling to break them down in the second. We've had no Champions League quarterfinals since the 2009-2010 season. But Martin Odegaard decides he's not having it this year. So Trossard's on the left, Odegaard takes the pass from him in the centre of the pitch 30 yards out. The first touch sends the defender the wrong way, then the drag back and pushes off to the left to open up the space. But second defender comes to close him down. Odegaard dribbles off to the left, drops the shoulder to open up the angle. Trossard makes the run and Erde finds the pass between two defenders. Trossard doesn't even need to break stride. One touch, opens up, slots it bottom corner. Quarterfinals, here we come. Thank you, Martin Odegaard. This guy is the leading light in a phenomenal Arsenal team that look like they're going to change the narrative that's been hanging around Arsenal for the best part of 20 years. His story is one that could so easily have ended up with a career full of disappointment. As stories of wonderkids go, it doesn't get much more Hollywood than making your breakthrough at 15 and then moving straight to Real Madrid. According to Wikipedia, Odegaard was in first team training at 13. His debut season in the 2014-15 season in the Norwegian Tippeligaen showcased his already incredible talent. He totaled 5 goals and 7 assists in just 23 games. That's 12 goal contributions at better than 1 in every 2 games, and he's 15. He's the youngest goal scorer in their league's history. He made his international debut for Norway in 2014, also aged 15. To set the record as their youngest player and the youngest player to ever play in a UEFA European Championship qualifying match. And he was pulling on the famous all-white strip of Real Madrid just 9 months after his pro debut. This kid was still 16 years old playing in the Bernabeu. And who does he replace in his very first appearance? Cristiano Ronaldo. No pressure. He became Real Madrid's youngest player that day, but he didn't see much first team pitch time after that. He did make more than 60 appearances for Real Madrid's Castilla B team and then played for Heerenveen under a very suspicious contract that apparently cost them $40,000 each time he was benched for a whole game. His next loan moves were very beneficial for his career. He won Player of the Year for his season at Vitesse in the Eredivisie, graciously accepting this Tesco's birthday cake as a award for his services to the league. And he had a strong season back in La Liga with Real Sociedad, winning this prestigious fish for Player of the Month, and giving his parent club Real Madrid a huge slap in the face with it by knocking them out in the quarterfinal stage of the Copa del Rey that season, on his way to reaching the final of the competition. That led to a January loan move to Arsenal in 2021 and then a permanent 30 million transfer that summer. Odegaard played 1 full season in the Premier League when Arteta decided he was the man to take the armband from the outgoing Aubameyang, to go with the honour of being his country's captain in March of 2021. In his second full season at Arsenal, he led an exhilarating run at the title, at the centre of attacking, vibrant football that really fell apart in the final 10 games. Odegaard won plaudits from all over for his arm-round-the-shoulder leadership style, with a blend of incredible technique and playmaking alongside relentless pressing and high work rate. He hit 15 goals and 7 assists in the Prem in 22-23, playing alongside flying wingers Saka and Martinelli, leading to high hopes of another title charge in 23-24. They were now playing alongside the addition of the formidable Declan Rice to add a defensive shield to the free-flowing football we all expected to see, but it didn't really happen like that. The first months of 23-24 saw a new, efficient Arsenal. The imperious Declan Rice made Arsenal impenetrable, sitting in front of the dynamic Saliba and Gabriel at centre-back. Wins were scraped and teams were smothered rather than blown away. Arsenal were winning, but only just. It looked like the season would fizzle out with an over-reliance on a strong defence but a blunt attack, especially after they won only one game in the 7 matches leading up to the new year and the 2-week winter break. With one game in particular specifically highlighting the club troubles going forward when they played West Ham and lost 2-0 despite having 30 attempts on goal. Arteta took the squad to Dubai to refresh, and they must have had some magic sand because it washed away all the rust from everyone's boots. Came back and banged 31 goals in the 7 games after they returned, with Odegaard again pulling the strings and jumping to the top of the European midfielder creativity charts. This article from Sky Sports shows us just what changed. It highlights that Arteta had actually started to change things as early as November the 26th, the day when Havertz scored the late winner again in a 1-0 away win at Brentford. Arsenal were just far too predictable in the first half of the season, which is backed up by this amazing chart from Opta analyst, credit to Wok LZ Football for this one, that shows Arsenal focused 49.5% of their attacks down the right third, the highest amount in the Premier League down that side, and shows a huge imbalance compared to the left and central thirds, which shows we were too predictable and over-reliance on Odegaard and Saka to unpick the locks, and also worryingly we were bottom of the Premier League for attacks focused down the central third, frequently using the same passing patterns with 1-2s and overlapping runners on the flanks before trying cutbacks for runners arriving into the box. Looking at Arsenal's average positions, Saka was getting double marked in most games, and Odegaard was so close that it seemed to crowd out that area of the pitch. In his new, deeper role, the numbers of passes inside his own half grew considerably, as he dropped deeper and deeper, much closer to Declan Rice, and dictated the play from there. He started to connect much more frequently with Saliba and Rice, and we saw him move towards the top of the Prem, passes, chances created, and expected assists once again. The rise in his touches, passes, and passes into the final third all rose drastically too. You can even see it in the team's numbers. The difference between their first 13 games leading up to November 25th and the 12 games after Odegaard's positional change. The Odegaard that we love to see is back. Arsenal are thriving and he is at the heart of it. Already, he's one of the best midfielders in world football and he's only 25 years old. How much better can he become? With our best team around him in decades, Arsenal are fighting for the Prem and through to the Champions League last 8, he has a chance to be remembered as one of our best ever. If you made it this far and you enjoyed the video, thank you for subscribing, and please throw down a comment so I can know what you thought of the video. Good or bad, I'd love to hear it. Alright, cheers everyone, big up Arsenal, till next time on Goonercast.